Alright everybody, we made it to our delivery and just waiting for them to check us in. I went 3 minutes over my hours of service until I had to take my 30-minute break, which I don't care. I started off to where I should have been here. I had like an hour or 30 minutes, about an hour and a half extra leeway. Those hills kicked my ass. Couldn't get through it. So I ended up going over. And I'm not even gonna care about that. So I'm pretty much gonna do my 30-minute break as I'm here. So as you can see, I did a non-stop drive. All the way here. So I didn't stop for any. Well, I did stop real quick. Kick the tires real quick, but that's probably the time that I could have had to be here without losing my time, but it's whatever. It's like 3 minutes. Everybody got a problem with 3 minutes. You guys know where you could go with that. But wait on them. They did ask about the seal number being changed. I was like, overweight, which they didn't care. They know shit's overweight, so. All right, empty. Turn this reefer on. It's a 24. I'm not worried about the fuel. It's at 3/4. Look around it, make sure nothing's looking out of the ordinary. I don't think that was a reefer sounding like that. But yeah, real quick. Blind myself. Good trailer. It's actually clean. Can't complain. Usually the 24s are the worst ones to freaking grab. Well, we're not done yet. So just want to make sure that I have a trailer. I'm gonna walk back around there once we hook up, but I want to make sure I have a trailer. So when I leave, I get dispatched with it. See how long it takes these damn things to start? Go ahead and rock a little bit. So, alright, remember I told you how much fuel I was gonna have? Basically, I'm right at the point. That's how much I had when I put 115 gallons in. And granted, I wasn't technically on the full when I showed you earlier. I had less than a full tank. It made it look like I had a full tank, but I didn't. So, yeah. Usually, where the fuel tank's at right now, that's how much I usually try to end with per load, or a little bit more. It usually all depends on how heavy the load is. So, let's go ahead and hook up to this and get to the yard. Alright, we made it to the terminal. It is 29 degrees outside, but it's 240, 224. But we are parked in the back, basically. Ain't gonna see nothing. Basically where the containers are. I like parking back here instead of by everybody else. But this used to be where all the reefers go. I guess they switched it to where it put all the containers over here. But shutting it down. I gotta try to get up as early as I can. Figure out if I gotta take the truck to this bay to get the PM done, just to go to the actual shop to get the oil gasket swapped out, or could they just do all in one since it's going in the shop anyways? But we'll see, we'll find out and pretty much go from there. All right, everybody, so we're in line to get our truck service, get the B service. I'm just overdue on it, put more miles than what I wanted to get it done, to get the oil change done. So as you can see what time it is. I did get up and go to Walmart. I literally just got back from Walmart. Only for a simple fact, I didn't want them to put the oil that they put in the truck, which is probably like $10.40. So I went to Walmart and I grabbed the T6 1540. I got 2 of the 5 gallons and 1 of the 1 gallon, and I ended up getting Lucas because I always put that in it. The only reason why I went to Walmart and bought it, which this is my first time doing it, I haven't put the T6 in here at all. I always ended up putting the T4, which in all reality, the T4 isn't terrible. My truck actually prefers it better than the other shit that they put in it, just off of how it runs and so on and so forth. But that's why I always put the Lucas in there, because once I put the Lucas in there, it seems like it does run better compared to just whatever oil that they normally just put in here. As you can see, this truck has over 944,000 miles, and down in Southern California, in Northern California, at least where I've been, including Arizona and like Phoenix area, nobody sells the T6 1540. Everybody's like, well, it's cold outside, blah blah blah, this and that. It's 35 degrees. Yeah, it's 35 degrees, and it doesn't get that low in Arizona or California. It'll get cooler. Like, there's times to where I looked at the gauge and it went down to like 40, 35, but that's rare. But I don't know, everybody says, or what I hear, that's supposed to be the top of the brand oil. So right now they're gonna grease it, make sure everything's up to par, which usually how I look at the truck, everything is actually up to par. I'm gonna need to get brakes from front to back sooner than later. The brakes are still good. I still got a decent amount of time on it, but I know that needs to be done down the line, and that's not gonna be cheap, let alone. But yeah, what else? But that's pretty much it for right now. Just cross your fingers and hope that they don't find anything or try to red tag me for all this extra shit. So I should have more than enough to do everything that I'm doing, because I put a lot more out for oil itself. So yeah, I'm not used to buying it. I want to be able to just change the oil and the filters myself, which is not hard to do, but I have to find or get buckets to drain the oil, put it in, and then basically I just need my own time and day off to be able to do it all. Because I already greased my truck. I go in that bay over there, which is our fuel bay, and like I would always come up here, like I would get the oil done when I come up here, and I'll leave, and then the halfway mark of me needing to get my B service done, I would grease it again, and then I would grease it here myself. from front to back. I grease everything, and then I would leave. And then when it's time for me to get an oil change done, I would come back up here, because it's cheaper in Utah to get an oil change done than it is in California or Arizona. I'm paying like, and that's with the Rotella T4, and I was paying like about like $300 to $400 for a B service in Utah, in Fillmore, Utah. But in Yuma, I paid like $540. And then in Phoenix, I paid like $640. So I don't know what's going on. In California, the $640 is around the same price as Phoenix. So I don't know what the heck they're doing. But yeah. So as you can see, it is in the 30s out here, but it's pretty decent. I'm about to walk over here, just see what the shop's up to, see how many more trucks got in front of me, which they're not busy today. Thank goodness they're not busy like they were last week. If they were this slow like they are right now, last week, I would have got the oil gasket replaced and got the B service done. But as you can see, that's where the trucks get serviced for the B service and all that good stuff. Tire shop over there, so on and so forth. It's not the first rodeo I recorded here, but killing time. About to just go in here, see what's up with them, and then go from there. Here's the driver's lounge for the truck shop. As you can see, the shop's over there. My truck's like the 4th bay that way. That way, if you don't want to sit or walk all the way to the driver's lounge, you can just chill here, relax. So I'm just pacing. I hate my truck being in the shop. I just pace back and forth from shop to shop, go back, look at them, see what they're doing to my truck, where they're at with it, so on and so forth. I don't know, that's just me, because the B service, PM, I could do it myself. I just don't make that type of money to sit there and take that time off to do it myself. And I don't have all the tools to actually do it. I need a grease gun, that way I can grease it. And then from there, I just gotta get the fuel filter, oil filter tools to take them off to replace them. And of course, like I said earlier, to catch all the oil. I don't know. But that being said, we'll wait until we get out of here and get it over there to get the gasket replaced. So, alright everybody, got the truck back from the B service. He said everything was fine besides what I told him about the oil pan gasket, and he found one thing that I never heard or noticed, is he blocked the air lines in the back, primary and the service, and he pushed in my valves. Well, when he pushed in the red one for the trailer, there was air leaking under here. It's not back here, because he showed me and I was confused what the hell he was talking about, but he showed me, and when he did that, when he pushed it in, he pushed both of them in, but I heard air hissing from back here. Now I could take that panel off real quick, because there are air lines going down. So let me check something. So if you look down there, you got those air lines. The only question is, which one is leaking. Now, I'll go ahead and clean this up, look at it, and pretty much go from there. Hopefully it's just a quick, simple, if it's leaking from here because of, I don't know, I'm afraid of that because I don't know what you have to do to replace one of these if, God forbid, I have to replace it. But when I get in the main shop, they'll let me know, or I'll ask them to block it off and do what he just did. So other than that, let's just see. And these are stiff, but yeah.
You can pull in behind.
So we shot it with soap and water, which before it was hissing a lot more than what it is now. And he says it's the panel itself. He's saying the panel itself is cracked or leaking. So it's not coming from the lines, but I'm gonna find out how much it's gonna cost to get one of those. Because as far as I can see, you pull these tabs in, one here and then one up here, and you just push it down after you take out all the lines. And then this is what it is, where it's connected to on the back. So as you can see, up there, that's where we shot it with water. So that's where we're at with it. But it's not leaking like it was, and I cleaned it up and moved everything and so on and so forth. So I'm not gonna worry about it. I am going to see how much they are. All right, everybody, so I'm not gonna replace it. I wasn't going to in the first place, but it's not even leaking like the guy was saying, so it's not that big of an issue. I'm not losing air like that. But I got the part number and the price for it. And it's called the air manifold. So that part itself is $532.81. That is a trip. Just for the part. But anyways, a leveling valve is like $110. Not a big deal. Which the leveling valve works, but if you shoot, what is it? The leveling part where it connects to the box, it has like a small little air leak there. So just wanted to see how much that is. But right now she's looking up a solenoid for my airbag dump release valve, because I could dump my bags but it won't air my bags back up. So I could drop them and then I'll flip the switch to air them back up, and it doesn't do it. And I have to go under there and mess with it. It's not worth it. And I prefer to have my air dump, because if I go somewhere and I have to lift up a trailer, I can't do that. Right now, we're in the shop. We're just waiting. So, and that's where we're at right now. I'm just getting a lot of stuff done on this side. So, yeah. I gotta wait and see if my dispatch sent in the I got detention, and they got it, but the people that verifies if you respond to the messages or write the date and times down on your bill ladings, they don't even look at it. So it shows in the system that I replied to the messages and that I wrote the times and dates on the bill of lading of when I got to my shipper or my receiver and when I left them to collect my detention. And they didn't go through it. They just said, oh, it's not showing. He didn't reply to the messages. The lady looking at it, she's like, you replied to your messages. I don't know why they said that you didn't. So, yeah. One is for the freaking Fontana. And then the other one, I delivered at Albertsons in Tolson. And I was there from 7 till freaking damn near 12, 1 o'clock. Yeah. So, that being said, just wait. I already got my gasket out. And you already know I got the oil. So, see how long it's going to take them to even get to me. Because he's replacing batteries right now. It's been a minute. So, maybe the homeboy will be here before they pull my truck or put my truck in the system and they get it done. Because they're slow today, but it's already going on. Hold on. It's 1:21. So, yep.